clarification on it?
Yes, I did.
As I understand it, you were 48 years of age and were born on August 25th, 1966.
Yes.
Are you employed now?
Yes, I am.
Where do you work?
Hazel Crest, Illinois.
Previously, you were categorized as a habitual traffic violator on August 22nd, 2014. Is that right?
Yes.
And then arose out of a conviction for OWI you had in 2005, I believe.
Yes.
Darren, who do you live with?
My mother.
And how is it that you're able to get back and forth with her?
My mom.
And that creates a problem for her, I assume. She's 80 years of age or thereabouts.
Yes.
You're employed as a operating engineer, are you not?
Correct.
So you necessarily would work different shifts
Yes.
periodically. And you're requesting that the court grant you a petition to reinstate your driving privilege pursuant to the petition. Is that right?
Yes.
What do you typically work? Is it all?
Well, I was working in Hazel Crest. Assistant working out of the office, and then when work starts up, I'll be all over the road in Illinois.
And you would be agreeable to accept any position this court might impose on your driving privileges, is that right?
Yes.
And you've been through an alcohol rehabilitation program.
Yes, I have.
And now you've not been drinking.
Yes, sir.
And you've been sober since this last.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any other questions. I'm not sure what you want to ask.
Any cross-examination?
Briefly, Your Honor. Sir, you have 3 operating while intoxicated convictions, is that correct?
Yes.
One in March 2007, one in November 2012, and one in July 2014, is that correct?
Yes.
You also have a reckless driving conviction from March 2004.
Correct.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay.
You gave me a couple of letters to your employers, is that right?
Yes.
And I've shown it for the statement, right?
Yes.
Judge, I'm going to ask the to be admitted.
Okay.
I have no other questions. It is reading long.
Okay. Do you have an order?
I don't, Judge, because I wasn't sure what you wanted to do.
Well,
I'll prepare one and bring it in.
by proposing what privileges we're granting.
Yes, sir.
I would presume to and from work. Where else is he requesting?
You're requesting, you have children, don't you, Henry?
No, I do
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry. Back and forth through any treatment programs, necessary
Probation.
fulfilling any ordinary obligations at your home, or the grocery store, or something.
Help my mom. Take appointments. And
Medical appointments. Medical appointments for. Okay, why don't you prepare an order? I believe these orders now, they have to have a strict format. I mean, do you have that?
I have
An idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what you prepared. If it needs to be changed, I'll change it. All right. Thank you, sir.
However, if I may, the state would certainly object to the granting of this privilege. However, if the court is inclined to grant it, the state would ask that the ignition interlock system also be imposed as a condition given his history of OWIs.
Any objection?
whatever the court wants.
What was his last DUI again?
Last conviction was in 2014.
Maybe we better. Okay. Well, also the interlock. All right. Next case is Joseph Mora versus Commissioner Motor Vehicles, 45 CO1 1501 MI7. So you want to raise your right hand and be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, to the best of your knowledge? You see it?
Would you state your name, please?
This is more agreement?
You're 36 years of age, and you were born on August 31st, 1978, is that correct?
Yes.
And you reside at 1630 Britain Drive in Sherwood.
Correct.
Is that what Brenda was? That's right. Now, Joseph, you've been categorized as a visual traffic violator since October 1st, 2000. And you're seeking a driving license consistent with restrictions in the court. Right?
Correct.
Joe, you are you employed? Yes. And what is the nature of your employment? And where do you perform most of your work?
In Illinois?
And you'd be requesting if you get permitted to drive to and from the different various job sites. Is that right?
Correct.
Building, make bids, observe workers.
Yes.
How is it that you're able to do that now?
I'm a worker in my house.
That creates a problem because they're not always available.
Yes.
And you're going to request that you'll be able to attend medical appointments or the grocery store and that sort of thing necessary.
Correct.
I don't even have a question for you.
Okay, Madam Prosecutor?
So you were convicted of reckless driving twice, once in 2001 and once in 2004, is that correct? And you were also convicted of operating while intoxicated in 2008, is that correct? And then you were convicted in 2009 of operating as a habitual traffic violator?
I think that's, I think he was convicted of a driving while suspended.
Amended to a driving while suspended in 2009, and then again in 2013 in the same scenario, is that correct? Yes, okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
What was you convicted of in 2013?
Driving while suspended.
Oh,
Amended for habitual traffic violator.
is that 2009 or 2013?
Once in 2009 and then again in 2013.
Okay, all right.
Joe, those offenses occurred in, the second one in 2012, is that right? One occurred in 2009 and one occurred in 2012. Right?
Yes.
You've not operated a vehicle since that time, is that right?
No.
And you completed an alcohol rehabilitation program?
Yes.
Back when you had the license.
Correct.
Well, I'm trying to go there now.
Further, Your Honor. The state would have to the grand jury.
Okay, well, of course, going to that petition, same restrictions. I don't know if we need you asking for the interlock on this one.
Your Honor, his last OWI was in 2008. We would defer to the court on that.
I'm not going to require it.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to go over it.
To and from work, and usual.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're.
Okay. Eric Goodrich was Commissioner of Motor Vehicles, 45 CA1 1501 MI4. Yes. You want to read your own solemn swear firm, tell all the truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may be seated.
Your name, sir?
My name is Eric Curtis.
Mr. Skirnich, you do have our office file this petition for specialized driving privileges in this court. Are you currently a habitual traffic offender?
Yes.
And is that something that happened because you have 3 prior OWIs?
Yes.
Is your last OWI an OWI that took place almost 5 years ago from Judge Shirelli's court?
Yes.
Other than that OWI conviction in 2012 and the 2010 incident, have you not even had as much as a speeding ticket for the last 8 or 9 years?
No.
And since that date, in 2010, when you received the OWI, you've not had any other tickets at all?
No.
And did you take a alcohol rehabilitation class?
Yes, for 2 years.
And you've not been driving, correct? Are you working now?
I actually just started a job yesterday.
So you just got a job, so we don't have any letters to show the court. Who do you work for?
I work for Nick's out in Maryville, Indiana.
And you live in St. John?
Yes.
And you at least need a license to go back and forth to work?
Yes, I would like that very much.
And you also would need a license so that you could go to your parenting time?
Yes, I have a job.
And for medical appointments and perhaps to get groceries and so forth and so on. Are you asking that the court, however, consider, since in the last 9 years, other than the OWI 5 years ago, you've only had one other ticket, that the court consider just giving you a regular license, specialized license, to drive from Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until midnight,
Yes.
and on Sundays from 8 to 6?
Yes.
Why the variation?
Well, since I just started, I don't know exactly my shifts. They fluctuate anywhere from 9 to 4, to 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And there's a couple days I do work 4 to 11.
And on Sundays, you don't need your license as much because you won't be working then.
Correct, I'm off.
But
on
you'd
Sunday.
like to be able to have it at least from 8 to 6 so that you could drive to pick up your child and any other things you need to do.
Yes.
So you're asking that the court will consider not requiring you to have a special route on any of these days, but limiting your time to drive.
Yes, that's correct.
And you understand that the court can order ignition interlock as well.
Yes.
But if the court chose to order that, being that you couldn't drive the car if you blew into the machine, if you've been drinking, you'd like to also be able to drive these hours, whether it was for work or other places, correct?
Yes.
Further, as a condition, you agree not to possess alcohol or any dangerous drugs while you're driving.
That is correct.
And again, you pay child support.
Yes.
And we've attached a copy of your traffic record to the petition. And it does show that your last OWI was filed in October of 2010. And prior to that, your last ticket was a speeding ticket in Judge Shirelli's court from 2009.
Yes.
That's all.
Ross? Nothing? Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And the state would object to the granting. The state would ask if the court is inclined to grant the privilege to require the ignition interlock due to the 3 prior OWIs.
Okay. Where did he say worked?
He works for Nick's Liquors. Just got a job a couple of days ago. And my only response to that would be,
Better put the interlock.
is with the interlock, is it just makes $8 an hour.
That's why you're objecting to the interlock?
Because it can't afford it.
How much does the interlock cost?
I'm not sure you're on that about this.
Your Honor, I called to an ignition interlock today, and they told me the cost was $84.80 for each 4 weeks. And they told me that, so in any event, that's what it is. It's just making $8 an hour. So just hoping that the court would consider not granting an interlock only because he said in the last almost 6 years, he's had 1 speeding ticket and no OWI.
Problem is that I see he works in a liquor store. I don't know. Since he works in a liquor store, the temptation overcomes him. At least he's got the interlock. Let's order the interlock. Okay.
I'll prepare an order, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. With the interlock, with allowing you to drive the hours that I suggested to the court?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. David Mejia versus Commissioner Motor Vehicles, 45 CO1, 1412, MI 172.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sir, take a stand. Swear your right hand. Solemnly swear firm, tell all the truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge. Please be seated.
Sir, state your name, please, and spell it for the court. Is it D-A-V-I-D?
Yeah.
And Mahia, M-E-J-I-A?
It's Mejia.
Mejia? I-A.
M-E-J-I-A.
All right, David, tell the judge where you live.
2615 East, 36 Avenue, Police Station, Indiana.
46405? Now, David, is it true that you have been adjudged a habitual traffic violator?
Yeah.
And the reason why is because you had 3 major moving violations within 10 years. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's important to note, however, is the last conviction you had was OWI in the year 2006. Is that true?
2004.
Would you agree with me? The driving record says 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. And the BMV suspended you as a habitual traffic violator on May 29, 2007. True?
Yeah.
And it's true that you've never driven since that period of time.
No.
No offenses at all. And is it further true that your habitual traffic violator status is removed or will be removed on May 29, 2017, 2 years from now? Okay. Are you asking this court to give you a specialized driving privilege from now until May 29, 2017, at which point you'll become valid?
Yeah.
Are you currently employed?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you work at Progress Rail Service? Okay, and that's located at 175 West East Chicago Avenue in East Chicago, Indiana?
Yeah.
Okay, and is your work there, and you work between Monday and Saturday?
Yeah.
And you work basically from 3 a.m. To 2:30 p.m. In addition to your work, do you have a daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you responsible for picking her up?
Yeah. I got custody of it.
You have custody. Okay. And you had told me that the days that you pick her up are every Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're asking this court to allow you to pick up your daughter on every Sunday, and you usually pick up your daughter at the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Hobart?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
And you typically pick her up at around 6 o'clock at night?
Yes.
Okay. And then you will hold her until the following Sunday, where you'll drop her off then at 6 o'clock at night back at the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
My mom said so.
Is it also true that you see a physician, a doctor, because you have an ulcer?
Yeah.
Are you respectfully asking the court to allow you a specialized driving privilege for purposes of seeing your physician? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. In addition to that, you're also responsible for going to the groceries to provide? Okay. And you typically go to the grocery store that's Stratford, Hill, and or Walmart located in East Chicago?
Over or East Chicago?
Over in East Chicago. Okay. And you typically go to the grocery store and the bank to cash your check on Fridays after work?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're asking the court to give you a specialized driving privilege to allow you to go to this bank and the grocery store?
Yes.
And in terms of, your last OWI, again, was 2006, so we're talking about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
You completed all of your alcohol counseling programs.
Yes.
Judge, no further questions. Thank you.
Cross?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may step down. Well, I have a question. Does he have custody of his daughter?
Yes.
And what's this, once a week, whether you drop her off so we can visit?
On Sundays, he picks her up. She'll stay with him until the following Sunday.
Yeah.
And then he'll drop her back off at Kentucky Fried Chicken
For what?
I have
for the
custody.
mother then to pick her up.
I have custody of my daughter.
How long does the mother visit with the daughter? Is it 1 week you have her, 1 week mother has her?
Yeah. From Friday to Sunday.
Mother keeps her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I see. Okay, thank you, you may step down. All
Judge, I
right,
have I'll be tendering, not today though, I'm going to download it to my computer system, but I have a proposed order that should comply with the
All right.
the mandates of the law.
anything from you?
Your Honor, we refer to the Board's discretion.
Okay, let's go to grant the petition.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Steve.
Misty Lee, New York, was Commissioner of Motor Vehicles, 45 CO1, 1502 MI16. Raise your right hand, man. You solemnly swear affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Can you state your name for me and spell it?
Misty Lynn York, MISTYLYNYY.
And you're, you live at 57 York Connecticut Street, Maryland, Indiana?
Yes.
And you work for the oil garage out of Munster, is that correct? And you typically work there Monday through Friday, is that correct?
Yes.
And as part of your work, are you required to go to various locations, one being on Broadway, Maribel, 130, and being at a new warehouse in Griffin, is that correct?
Yes.
So is it possible to establish a set route from your home to work, or are you required to drive throughout that time anyway?
This time we're going to do it.
And is the income generated by you at work necessary to support you and your children?
Yes, it is.
And you were suspended because you were involved in a motor vehicle accident?
That is correct.
And your suspension started December 29, 2014?
That is correct.
And you were suspended for 90 days?
Yes.
And, you were not the cause of the accident, is that correct?
No, it is not.
Someone rear-ended you?
Yes.
And your insurance had lapsed?
Yes.
And that was inadvertent?
Yes, it is.
And you currently have insurance today?
Yes, I do.
No further questions?
No question.
Okay, we'll grant the petition.
So I submitted an order, but it's not,
Yeah, it's not, probably not.
I.
Will you submit another one?
I picked up forms from Judge Cantrell, so I'll submit them.
Okay.
Judge, Attorney Vazenils has one more, and he has a problem with that one. It was not sent today.
Which one, this one or this one? Which one are you on, Sam? Which
If
other?
we could call Kyle Marquise, I spoke with the
Okay.
prosecutor.
Carl Marquise versus Bernard Carter, 45 CO1, 1405 MI73.
Your Honor, just to give the court some history, Mr. Marquise was a judge for a judicial traffic violator under suspension 1915 back in April 16th of 2009. He had served 6 years of that suspension, and on May 14th, 2014, this court granted him a hardship license.
Okay.
Today, when we look at his driving record, they have deleted the habitual suspension from 2009 from 2009 to 2019. They've taken away his hardship license, and they have given him a new 10-year habitual suspension starting December 14th, 2014,
Why?
ending April 21st, 2020.
How did you do
It's
that?
absolutely most at 6 years. So it would appear that they gave him 4 years credit, but they gave him a new habitual, and he hasn't received any new convictions. And I spoke with the state, and they would agree to allow me to submit an order. And I guess I'll just list everything I just told you, and hopefully that will fix it.
Do you have to ask for an administrative review of that?
I don't know. I thought I could do it through here, as in kind of like a motion to correct error. Or do I need to?
I think you need to file an administrative review, then if they deny it, then you could bring it here.
So I have to file with him.
I think so. You might want to double check, but I'm pretty sure that you gotta file a administrative review, which they can change right there.
Okay.
Or, and if they don't, then you ask the court to intervene.
Okay. But if they're willing to change it with an order from you and the state's in agreement, can I do that as well?
If you have something from them in writing that,
Okay.
that's fine, but that unless if it's an administrative action, yeah, why don't you check with them?
Okay.
And whatever they say, I'll go along with it.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Is that all of them?
Yeah, Judge.
What's this?
Nobody showed up on this one. The deputy prosecutor, that was your 1 o'clock.
Oh.
And they're asking that it be reset, if you could just initial it, and then we'll give it to Nikki, she can reset it.